So Ross, when did you become an artist and why?
On and off my whole life, really, I suppose. Left high school, moved from New Zealand to Brisbane, started at the Queensland College of Art for a couple of years, dropped out, and just sort of continued on, and then stopped for a lot of years, and got into graphics. I was fascinated by the whole new computer Macintosh thing coming on, early 80s, so I sort of got stuck in that for a lot of years in commercial screen printing, and then sort of drifted back into visual arts when I hit 45.
So was that a gradual thing, or was it a moment in time you thought, I'm getting back into it?
No, I just needed to reinvent myself. Got divorced, moved on, and didn't want to work in hospitality for the rest of my life in a regional area. You know, that's the only work that's available.
Sure.
So I went back and did my degree, and hence my elderly status as an emerging artist.
Mature age status.
Elderly. I kind of like elderly. It's more statesman-like.
Oh, okay, more dignified.
Yeah, I think so. It goes with my grey.
So, for those folk who are unfamiliar with your art, I mean, does your art have a specific message, or how would you describe your art to folk who have not seen it?
Social, political, and religious commentary. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. I watch a lot of news, documentaries. I don't read, apart from reference materials for my work. A lot of internet research, but as for novels and things, I don't read them.
Okay, so your work's informed by current geopolitical events, and you research those events and try and represent that with your work?
Current and recent history. Mm-hmm. So I sort of like working. I think you can't look at a situation currently without looking at the previous 100 years and how it's got to that stage. So I like to sort of go back that 100 sort of years and see what's created the problem. You know, what are the problems in the Middle East and why are they there? You know, pretty much the same as why there's problems between India and Pakistan. England fucked up. Yeah, it's as simple as that. You know? Sure. You got European colonial nations dividing up lands and creating ethnic tensions. And that was done 70 odd years ago, and it's still coming to a head. Yeah. What do? You just pick what you don't agree with and try and put it forward and ask questions about it and get other people asking questions about what's actually going on.
So would you say that the primary intent of your art is to get people asking questions, or?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's questions that I ask myself.
Sure.
Questions that I ask myself about situations in varying areas around the world, and they tend to be war zones or revolutions, or it's like looking at Libya. Why did they have a revolution? That's the first question you ask. And then you go back and look at the history and you go, well, how did he come to power? Obviously at one stage the people really liked him and wanted him in, and all of a sudden, they turn around and it's like all these sort of non-democratic, which is pretty much every country in the world. There's no such thing as true democracy in this world, I'm afraid to say, but we can always hope.